What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our Week 9 battle for the BBL. Today we are facing off against Ishan and his LA Lucarios. We played him once before in a previous season of the BBL, and it was a great game. He had a really scary team. I believe he had his captain, his mascot, Mega Lucario, as one of his mons. So, yeah, it's a very strong team that he has. And I'm going to show this team in just a second, but one thing I do want to point out is we are now sitting with a 4-4 record, I believe it is. We need to win this game. If we win this game, we have a real shot at making one of the top 6 seeds. If we lose this game and we win the next one, we're probably going to finish 7th or 8th. I mean, we play one of our 2 worst matchups, which was the week that we got swept by Calm Mind Raikou. Just not a good day all around. Not a good. Anyways, that was that week. And if we go 0-2 in these next 2 weeks, we will not make playoffs, unfortunately. But I believe we can get the job done. This is the team that we're bringing. This is the matchup. My opponent has a team of Arceus, Poison, Mega Latias, Sylveon, Corviknight, Suicune, Torkoal, Sandaconda, Appleton, Rotom-Fan, Scrafty, Dottler, and Victory Bell. Now, I believe that we can get the job done here. Our team is pretty cool. I built it a few minutes ago. I don't know what to say. I told you guys at the beginning of the season, I love BBL. It's great, but I'm just going to do better when I don't go all out for it, when I kind of can take it less seriously and just be laid back a bit. And we do have the surprise for the BBL at some point, probably when the Isle of Armor drops, so we'll see what happens then, but be on the lookout for a bit more BBL. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Our first mon is going to be our Yveltal here with the heavy duty boots. Very, very especially defensive and bulky in general Yveltal this week. No offense investment at all. Why? Because we're running Foul Play to hit my opponent's team for, well, their own attack power. And my opponent's got a lot of mons with really good attack power. And the mons that don't have good attack power, they don't handle Yveltal very well. I can taunt on them. I can roost all them out. I can just Foul Play continuously. U-turn until I can get out into a more favorable matchup. The only mon that I don't feel comfortable just sitting in front of taunting is the Sylveon. And that I can just U-turn out, get into something else that resists it, something like, I don't know, my Volcarona, and I'd be good to go. This set, what it does, it has speed for Sylveon, or Adamant Sandaconda, or Modest Victory Bell if it's not in Sun. It also outspeeds Latias, creeping something, creeping it. That's the majority of the speed. I think I only need like 32 speed investment to do the first part of that. The rest of it's just so I can make sure I outspeed Latias, and that's important to note as well, just to be safe. We also take 2 Modest Life Orb Weather Balls in the Sun from Victory Bell, or 2 Adamant Sandaconda Stone Edges. Taunt shuts down literally half of his team. We should be good to go with this set. I'm very excited to see what we can do with it. Dark Aura, very powerful move, 90 base power, stab. It's going to come out to like a ridiculous amount of damage because Dark Aura boosts up my attack power by 1/3, by 33%. So I'm going to see if I can find a little calculator. Let's see what the 95 times an extra 33% is going to give me 126.35 power plus an extra 1.5 times because it's stab. We're looking at a move that is 189.525 power. That's stronger than Hyper Beam. It's crazy how strong that is. So this move, yeah, it may not be coming off of a mon with super high attack, but it's still going to be insanely powerful, so we can get the job done with that. Our next mon is going to be our MattOshea. Now, MattOshea has a fantastic matchup this week. Unfortunately, the Arceus and the Mega Latias are faster than it, and that really sucks because it'll force us to be a problem for one of them, but not both, most likely at least. Obviously, I have moves that'll hit them each for super effective damage. Zen Headbutt is stab on the Arceus Poison. Ice Punch is super effective against the Mega Latias. This thing has speed for Rotom-Fan. I did try to go Adamant. I could have gone Adamant to get to 299. I'd need max speed, but I couldn't get the bulk that I needed. And the bulk that I have on this spread is specifically there so I can make sure I always take a timid Draco Meteor from the Mega Latias. And again, I can still go Adamant, have a little bit more investment into my attack, and just go with a set that has less bulk in the special side, or less bulk in my HP and more bulk in my special side, and still take that hit. But I want to be safe, making sure I could take another random hit from something else. Maybe he's not max special attack on his Latias. I don't need to take a max special attack Draco Meteor. I need to take one after rocks. That way I have the bulk. It'll allow me to do that. Drain Punch is there for the Scrafty, something like for the Suicune hits that for really good damage as well, giving me recovery. The Torkoal too. But other than that, we just can fire off Fire Punches on the Corviknights, Ice Punches on Sandaconda and Appleton and Victory Bell, Rotom Fan. So we have a really strong set here. Unfortunately for me, Dollar does kind of wall this thing if I'm not running Fire Punch, so that's why I have to run Fire Punch. I was actually thinking about running Thunder Punch instead for Corviknight and Suicune, which could be really good. But I feel like I have other ways around the Suicune, which is surprising considering it's a Suicune. And I also have the Threat of Rillaboom, I have Ninetales, I have Volcarona, which gets Giga Drain. So he may not even bring the Suicune. So we'll see what happens. So I think Fire Punch is a bit more safe because it hits the Corviknight still for really good damage. But yeah, that is our Mega Medicham. On to our next mon, it is going to be our Melmetal here. Melmetal is running Double Iron Bash, Thunder Punch, Earthquake, and Ice Punch with the Lumberry. Probably the mon I spent the least amount of time on. I just said, you know what, we're going to pop a good chunk of EVs in here, just in case the Torkoal tries to speed creep me. Go Adamant, max attack, and fire off attacks. Double Iron Bash does the work to my opponent's entire team. Earthquake is there specifically for the Torkoal. Everything else, it's hit better by Double Iron Bash if it'd be neutral. Arceus Poison still gets hit better by Double Iron Bash than it would if it was getting hit by Earthquake because it's Stab and Iron Fist boosted, hitting twice. So that's a very big and very important thing for me because even if I'm not banded, I can still 2 KO a max HP Arceus. Absolutely huge. And I think if he wants to run a good Arceus against me, he needs to make sure he has speed for my fastest mon being my Ninetales. That way I can't just, I don't know, outspeed it, get a good damage off on it before it subs up. Yeah. So he needs to have a good amount of speed, meaning he has to be timid to outspeed it. And then he has to have a good amount of bulk in his HP stat to be able to perform the best type of sub so it's not broken by something like a Seismic Toss or a Nightshade or something along those lines. So I feel like we have a really good set here. He's probably going to run Calm Mind. Ice Punch is there specifically for the Mega Latias. Honestly, Double Iron Bash should be doing more, but it's also there for the Sandaconda. Honestly, it's Rotom Fan too. That's the big one. The big one is Rotom Fan. Let's just put it that way. Rotom Fan is the most important thing here, but Double Iron Bash hits my opponent's team for amazing damage. If I get this thing in on Sylveon, if I get it in on Corviknight, if I get it in on a weakened Torkoal and I can Earthquake it, I'm in a good spot. We are so bulky, we take so many hits. Unfortunately, we do not take a hit from a Life Orb Victory Bell in weather, so we're going to have to deal with that. But it is what it is. Lumberry is there in case we get Scald Burned by the Suicune. I can fire off Thunder Punches against that and do huge amounts of damage. And that's our big three. Our next mon is going to be our Volcarona, who's been an absolute champ this season for us. Really performing decently well in a lot of matchups, forcing a lot of really scary prep that my opponents have to be ready for. Last week, my opponent ran Heat Proof and an Occaberry with Rock Slide on his Bronzong to get by this, and it worked, so good on him. But with Flamethrower, Bug Buzz, Giga Drain, and Quiver Dance, we should hit my opponent's team for amazing damage. The only thing I really regret not being able to fit on this moveset is Psychic, and that's there specifically for the Arceus Poison. Giga Drain is there for two reasons. One, it hits the Suicune and the Sandaconda for super effective damage, both of which can fire off moves that would be really strong against me, Scalds and Rock Slides and Stone Edges. So I can super effectively hit them, especially at +1, gain a ton of health back. If it's Sun Up and it's the Sandaconda, I can just Flamethrower it. We're going to do a lot more damage with that than we would with Giga Drain. And the other thing of that is I get recovery back, and that's the more important thing. I want to get back some recovery against these mons. Flamethrower is a must for the Corviknight, for the Sylveon. Bug Buzz is a must for the Latias, or else I get set up on completely. Without the Latias, I can easily just forego Bug Buzz and run Psychic and hit the Arceus Poison for better damage, but likelihood is there's going to be Sun Up. I can fire off Flamethrower and do a good chunk of damage, a huge chunk of damage to my opponent's team. And again, we have speed on this set for the Rotom Fan. I decided to go modest with this one. We also take a timid Draco Meteor from Mega Latias or a timid Psyshock from that thing. We should be fine with that, I believe, because Draco is so powerful and Stab, it actually does more than Surf does. So we don't have to worry about that. We live any one hit from the Latias. We don't have to worry about hazards. So we'll always make sure that we have a way to live a hit from that thing in case it gets out of hand late game and fire off a Bug Buzz to do like 55% to it. So I'll be really, really excited if Quiver Dancing Volcarona can get us a win this week. We desperately need it. Our next mon I'm really proud of, it is our Porygon 2. The EV spread, disregard that. It's just more so the moves and the ability. I'm running Analytic on Porygon 2. I am not having Arceus or Mega Latias just set up on me. It's not happening. Psychic always breaks Arceus Poison sub if it is max special attack, max special defense, Calm Nature with max HP. It's not breaking its sub is not staying up. We are breaking that thing sub with Psychic, and we'll be in a good spot from there. Mega Latias same deal, but with Ice Beam. Discharge is there specifically for the Corviknight and the Suicune. Hits those things for super effective damage. They're both really annoying. I don't want my team to deal with them. I can maybe paralyze the Victory Bell. This is my main switch into Sun, because Sun is so scary. We're facing it for the second straight week. It's crazy that we had Sun to start the season, and now we play it twice, back to back. To be fair, I did trade Venusaur to my opponent from last week, and I was trying to get Torkoal from my opponent this week. But regardless, Analytic is very important because when we underspeed my opponent's team, we will be getting huge damage off. It also works when my opponent switches out. So he might think, oh, am I Specs? What's going on? Why am I doing so much damage? Am I Modest? Porygon 2 recovers there for longevity, of course. I would love to run Thunder Wave. I would love to run Teleport. I just can't. The one thing this thing attracts, though, is Toxic, and because of that, we're running Heal Bell on our Ninetales Alolan form with Freeze Dry, Heal Bell, Aurora Veil, and Roar. Light Clay will allow us to get 8 turns of Veil. Very, very valuable. Just shows us that we can set up freely with the Volcarona, allows us to sit in front of things with the Melmetal, with the Medicham. The speed on this set is there for the Rotom fan. I want to go for something faster, but no real need to. And Roar is there specifically so we can make sure that the Arceus Poison can never set up on me. If I get a Veil and the Arceus Poison tries to come in and tries to just set up on me, I'm just going to roar it out. I'm not dealing with that. I know how scary subbing Arceus are. He can just run sub with like Iron Defense, Calm Mind, and just be good to go with one attacking move. The other thing he could do is run Recover with Calm Mind, sub, one attacking move. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not having it. So we're going to be good to go with this set here. Heal Bell, I am not having Toxics on my Yveltal, Burns on my Melmetal or Medicham, or Toxics on my Porygon 2. It's not happening this week. That is our team for this week's battle, guys. Let me know what you guys think of the matchup down in the comments below. Make sure to like the video as well, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I have just started a basketball channel, so if you guys want to see that as well, I'll have that linked in the description of my videos from now on as well. I really appreciate if you check that out too. So thanks for watching the Team Builder. Let's go ahead and jump right into the battle. All right, everyone, welcome back. Looking at the team my opponent brought, there is no Mega Latias. That's amazing for me. I will definitely take it. Suicune is there though. No Victory Bell is nice as well. I definitely feel like he could be a trick Rotom. If that's the case, that would suck, but it is what it is. And I did notice I am indeed snow warning on my Alolan Ninetales. I know you guys were probably yelling at me in the comments. I apologize for that, but I am snow warning. Don't worry about it. We are good to go here. Okay, so how do I want to play this out? I think a really good lead on my end is probably going to be the Medicham. I could also just lead off with the Yveltal. I think Yveltal is solid all the way around. If he leads off with the Rotom, I can easily recover up on a lot of different things. I can taunt a lot of things as well. Yeah, let's do it. Let's lead with the Yveltal. As my opponent leads off with the Rotom fan, that is fine by me. We will see what he wants to do here. He probably just Volt Switches out, if I'm being honest. And he'll see that we're very, very specially defensive. So yeah, let's take a look and see what the Yveltal does to a Rotom fan. Rotom fan's Volt Switch, if he's max special attack, will do 39 to 46. And again, if he's timid, he outspeeds me. So you won't know right off the bat if he's Scarf. Thunderbolt. Let's see how much Thunderbolt does. If my calc will load, Thunderbolt. Max special attack, 49 to 59. Wild. I'm just going to U-turn here. As he tricks me, a Choice Scarf. Yeah, that's fine. Really unfortunate, but it's fine. Let's go into Medicham here. We're going to Mega Evolve, and we're going to Zen Headbutt. As he goes Corviknight, you're going to catch the Zen Headbutt. Are you Rocky Helmet? As we miss, of course. You know, last week we missed as well. I'm just going to Fire Punch it, see how much damage it wants to take. Should be a good chunk. The fact that we lost our boots on what is it called? Yveltal sucks, but we managed to get 50% off on the Corviknight right off the bat. That's huge. And it means it can't really come in on me again. Then comes the Arceus Poison. Okay, if I go with my Medicham against Arceus Poison, max special attack, Timid Nature with Judgment. I think Judgment gets the job done. Sludge Bomb is close, because he's Toxic Plate, obviously. Judgment is a roll to KO if he's timid. Let's just go for the Zen Headbutt here. He Judgments me. We survive it. And we connect the Zen Headbutt. Amazing. Okay. Now, do I want to go hard into Yveltal here? I'm going to go hard into the Porygon too. Judgment's me again, doing very little damage to me, and I can fire off a Psychic here as he goes into the Corviknight, and we will now discharge it. As he goes into Suicune, not appreciating this discharge. Analytic boosted. Yeah. We paralyze it too. That's dope. And it's leftovers as well. That's amazing. Let's go for another discharge here. Because again, we can just... Oh, now because we have... That sucks. Because we outspeed it now. That's unfortunate. He probably goes for a Toxic here, if anything. I'm going to go hard into the Melmetal. As he goes for a Rest. Okay. Do I want to go for a Thunder Punch here? I think I do. What would we go into? Torkoal, probably. Let's go for an Earthquake here. He switched out into Sandaconda instead, which is fine. Doing 26% to it. I'll take that. And Double Iron Bash should be doing more to this thing. Let's see. Sandaconda. We already have an idea of some of its investment because of the Earthquake damage. That was 26%. That is max defense, max HP. I'm confident in saying that. And the fact that he has no item makes me think he is Rocky Helmet. Let's see. How do I want to play this out? Medicham still takes a move. What am I saying? A move. A round of rocks, which is nice. I think I'm going to go hard into the Yveltal. How much does the Yveltal do to the Corviknight? That's one question I want to ask. Yveltal versus Corviknight. Foul Play does enough to 2 KO it. So I'm going to go hard into the Yveltal here, as I imagine he sets up rocks. Or just Earthquakes too, that's okay with me. This thing, I'm thinking about this because he could just stay in, but I think he needs this healthy. I'm going to U-turn out as he goes into the Rotom Fan. Amazing. That's incredible. We crit it. Take that. And if I go Rotom Fan... Okay, Rotom Fan against my Medicham. Do we KO with Ice Punch from this range? We do if he's max HP. Have I revealed Ice Punch yet? I don't know if I have revealed Ice Punch. I've revealed Zen Headbutt and Fire Punch. I could also go into Ninetales, make a double. But what would I punish the Torkoal with? I can't really punish the Torkoal with anything right now. Let's go Sandaconda. I'm going to Ice Punch here. It'll hit the Sandaconda for really good damage. He's probably going to be Helmet on it, so let's do that. As Sandaconda does come in, it is definitely Helmets from this. Easily, right? Yeah, Helmet. That makes sense. But that's fine because I can go into... I can go into Volcarona. And I can fire off a Flamethrower. As he goes into Torkoal, you're going to take a... Okay, so he's not Sun. He's not Sun. Interesting. Let's go into Porygon 2 here. As he rocks, that's fine. I can... Do I discharge here? He won't have hazards or anything. Or not hazards. He won't have recovery most likely unless it's rest. I'll just discharge. As in comes a Suicune again. Because it outspeeds me, we're basically 2 KOing. I kind of want to see what it wants to do first, so I'm going to keep discharging. As it has Sleep Talk, it does have Sleep Talk, and it rolls Scald. And it burns me. I'm okay with the burn. And we'll go for another discharge here. He rolls Scald again. Okay. So at this point in time, he's got to go for another rest. So I'm going to go hard into the Ninetales. As we're going to get Snow Warning, he wakes up as he rests. Amazing. Because he has no... Sun, I'm just going to Veil. He goes into the Rotom. And I'll Freeze Dry it. And we get the KO. Beautiful. Veil Up is great. Veil Up is fantastic. Do I need this thing around? It'd be helpful for the Suicune. But I have Thunder Punch on Melmetal to beat it. I'm going to Freeze Dry here. He Judgments me. We take the hit. And Freeze Dry doesn't KO, but the Hail will. Beautiful. Ninetales, 2 kills already. That's amazing. Okay. I'm going to go hard into my Yveltal here. We're going to take the chip. Dark Aura pops as he goes for a Lava Plume. And I want a Foul Play here. How would I play this out? Well, I can just U-turn into Porygon 2 here, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, as we do U-turn into Porygon 2. No, I'm not going to U-turn to Porygon 2. I can go into Volcarona here. I have 3 turns left of Sun, of a Veil. I can Quiver Dance up. We should be able to take a hit decently well from the Torkoal. And we can kind of go for game. Let's do that. Let's Quiver Dance up. In comes Torkoal. Let's take a look at the calc here for Volcarona at +1 behind Veil. I want to make sure that we're aware of that. Aurora Veil against a Torkoal. Support, there's no Sun, because he is not Drought. Flamethrower, if he's got no investment, does 48 to 56. We did 25% the first time around. So I imagine he's going to be very specially defensive. Yeah, so he's very specially defensive. We don't 2 a KO. He goes for Rock Slide back to me. How much damage does he do? Doesn't 2 a KO. So I'm going to go for... Bug Bust has a chance to lower special defense, so I'm going to go for that. 38%. Beautiful. Rock Slide. We eat it up. Let's go for... Do I want to go for a Giga Drain here first? Because Giga Drain should keep me out of range. Giga Drain will keep me out of range. Do I have to worry about anything else after that? Not really, so we'll Giga Drain here. Yeah, I'm going to Giga Drain here first. I wonder what his item is. He probably rocks, not rocks, boots if anything. But the fact that he is not Sun played a huge role. So we're doing this to get back HP. As he rock slides me again, he does not crit, and I can then fire off. Based on that damage, another Giga Drain, so I'll just do that. Gaining back the HP. In comes the Suicune, let's go for another Giga Drain. Wow, look at that damage. He is asleep still. We are +1. Oh, he didn't go for that. So he just said GG in the chat. If we're about to win this game, and it looks like we are, on the back of Volcarona, this is amazing. This is so huge for our chances at playoffs. GG Ishan, we pick up a 5-0 win. 4 kills for Volcarona, 2 kills for Ninetales. Amazing. This game did not start looking good for us. GG's. It was starting off the game, not our Ninetales, our Yveltal that put in so much work in theory gets tricked, but everything else just came in and did its job. The analytic on the Porygon 2 came in clutch. Wow. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like on the video. I think I've already done a Volcarona thumbnail, if I'm not mistaken, which means I have to find something else. It might be Ninetales' turn, but I don't know. Or I'm just going to do Arceus. Who knows? Arceus got 0 kills, but still. Wow, I'm so happy with that. That's fantastic. GG Ishan. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video. Fire types have been fantastic for me this generation. Oh, man. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out my basketball channel down in the description below. And I'll see you all next time.